Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be all about this bronzy makeup. I got this look using drugstore products, except for my lashes, which are my Lily lashes. And if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so I did only one eye, and I'm going to go ahead and do the other one on camera. And I'm using this e.l.f. Retro Paradise palette. This palette actually has a lot of fallout. So I actually have a piece of tape on here so that I don't have to clean up too much. So I'm going to go ahead and take the color Fuego. And that's going to be my transition color. And I'm just going to put that all over, like from the crease to like the brow bone. And make sure to get like right in here. I like the tape because it is at an angle, so I do get a little bit of a wing. I'm actually not using liner today. And now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and use the color Sandy Bum, and I'm going to put that right over where I put the color Fuego. And I'm going to do the same, just take it in to the inner corner right under the brow and just deepen up. And I'm also going to take a smaller brush. This is the Morphe 443, so it's not as fluffy as the other one. And I'm going to go ahead and focus on the crease area. Now I'm going to take the 443 brush again. I have a different one, so I have two of them. And I'm going to go ahead and take the color Coconut, which is kind of like a purpley brown. And I'm going to put that like kind of if I'm doing a wing liner. And I'm going to try and like pack it, but I'm really going to pack it in this like triangle corner here. And just really focus it on there. Since I'm not using liner, it's going to give you that liner effect. And you can just kind of press it in and kind of sweep at the same time. Yeah. This is like really easy. Now I'm going to go ahead back onto the palette, and I'm going to take the color Fortuna, and that is this coppery color. I'm just taking that kind of like I'm doing a cut crease because I'm using this flat brush, which is one of my favorites from the Brett Rockman collection. And I'm taking it like right over where I put that that other dark shadow. And it just has this really nice transitioning effect. And these shimmery ones actually have really good pigmentation to them. Now I'm going to take this liquid eyeshadow, and this is in the color Flirty Birdie. And I'm going to put that right over where I put that Fortuna. And this has kind of like a silver sparkle, which actually looks nice. I'm going to take this fluffy brush and just kind of blend out that edge. So that's the color. And I'm going to go back in with this Morphe brush, and I'm going to take that color Coconut again and just deepen more of that outer V. So now that we finished, literally this eye look took less than 5 minutes. That glitter dries on really good. And I put a piece of tape, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off. And like that's literally it for this eye look. I'm just taking, there's nothing on this cotton swab. is it a cotton swab, a cotton pad, cotton round, whatever. And like, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and put some lashes on. Out of this whole look, the only thing that's not drugstore is the lashes. So I'm using these Lily lashes, and these are in the style Mykonos. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop those on. Actually, I'm not gonna pop the lashes on. Okay, so before I pop my lashes on, I'm gonna go ahead and put some mascara. I'm using the Essence. This is the Princess Lash, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put some on. I love this mascara. I have this one, and the other one, I think is a curling one, but this is the volume. Okay. I'm gonna wait for that to dry up, and then I'm gonna put my lashes on. So I've already primed my face. So for today, I'm taking this e.l.f. matte putty primer, which I already put on. So I wanted to do a lot of drugstore. I wanted to stick with drugstore makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation. By the way, I always do my eyes and then the rest of my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made foundation, and I'm using the color T15, which is Golden Honey. And this is supposed to be a very matte foundation. Let me go ahead and wet my sponge. So I'm gonna go in with a brush, and then I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender, or my beauty sponge. So I went to Ulta a couple weeks ago, and there was a lot of Ulta brushes on sale. So this is their foundation brush. It was like $4. So they had a few other brushes that I got, and I'm assuming that they're probably on sale because they're gonna redesign the line. But yeah, these are very sturdy. They're synthetic brushes. I just did this section. This is a very matte foundation, the last time I remember using it. So I always like to go in and just blend and dab and go by sections. Yeah, this is a slanted brush, and it's pretty good. This foundation it's not as full coverage as I remember it being, but it's definitely a matte foundation. I used to be obsessed with one of the CoverGirl ones, foundations, but CoverGirl was probably like my least favorite drugstore not foundation, makeup item. I tried their mascara, the big orange one, like when it first came out back in like, I don't know, it was a long time ago. But it had so much it flaked into my eyes. I had so much fallout, and I hated it. And the foundation, I used to love this other one, but that was probably like the only CoverGirl thing that I really was like riding for. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with concealer. Shit. Since this is gonna be a bronzy look, I'm gonna go in with these before I go in with my concealer. So I'm gonna take this Wet n Wild. This is the Hello Halo. This is a liquid highlighter, and I used to use this a while ago. I should use it more than. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on my face, and I'm gonna put that right under where my concealer is gonna go. I don't know why I put it on my forehead. It blends really well for a liquid highlight. I'm always scared of the liquid highlight because I tried the Benefit, and that's why I was like saying that it was like a brand I didn't really like in one of my videos, because I tried one of their like highlighter sticks and it just wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I was like not impressed at all. Now I'm going to put my concealer over this. So I've already got the glow under the glow that's coming. So I'm going to go ahead and take this e.l.f. Camel Concealer, and I'm going to take I'm in the shade Tan Sand. And I'm going to go ahead and just take this under my eyes. I don't need too much. This is a full coverage, by the way. I don't think I need to highlight anywhere else really. I think the under eye is like the biggest area for me. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a brush. This is my favorite thing to do, is just blend it. Taking this Maybelline stick, and I'm going to put some right here. And I'm just putting the smallest amount because I'm going to go in with powder. This is a Morphe brush. It's a synthetic. It's a little bit dense, but it's good enough to blend. So I'm going to go ahead and blend right into my nose contour, right into like the, what do you call this area? Right here, right here. So that's going to be my nose contour. It probably looks a little bit crazy right now. And then I'm going to take that same brush that I used to blend out the concealer, and it has no product in it, and just kind of blend those two lines together and make everything look nice and neat. I'm going to go ahead and use that foundation brush. No more product on it. Just what it has. And I put just the tiniest amount because I don't want it to look harsh, because I know I'm going to put more products on. So I don't want to layer a ton of products. And I like this brush because it's angled. So I'm angling it this way, and it's very versatile. Like, that is my contour, and it might look a little bit harsh on camera, but it's actually not bad. Like, that's the smallest amount, because usually I feel like I put double that. So I'm bringing it up and then to the side, and just, I blend the very bottom once I've blended most of the product. I actually picked up a translucent powder. This is from Wet n Wild, and this is their Photo Focus. I'm going to set my under eye, but I'm not going to bake. So I'm packing that powder on there, and I'm just gonna tap it where I want it to go. So I'm pushing it in, tapping, pushing, whatever. I'm pressing it, but I'm trying not to let it bulk up. Bulk up? Now that I did that, I'm gonna go ahead and take this Morphe brush, and this is a tapered brush, and it's a bigger brush, and I'm gonna put the powder on it. Do this side, pat it, and then circle it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take this Milani bronzer, and this is in the color Soleil. This is a baked bronzer, so I'm gonna go ahead, and it does have some shimmer in it, but the color's amazing. It just gives you a nice glow. So since we're going for this bronzy look, you can be generous with something like this. This is a very good drugstore bronzer, because you can build it up, or you can just get a flush of color. So this is going to add some warmth to the face. I said I wasn't going to use this brand of bronzer because I felt like I used it in the last couple of videos, but I just had to. I couldn't help myself. And I hadn't used this specific color. So this is the Butter Bronzer, and this is in the color Sculpted. So I've been trying not to use this one because I think it's a dark color for bronzer. So I'm going to go ahead and try to be gentle with this. and work it into my brows, like the beginning of my brows. I'm gonna take the brush that I took the loose powder in and just take the smallest amount, and I do want to kind of contour, so I'm gonna leave it right here. I'm gonna focus it right in the beginning and a little bit right on the top. Now I'm going to go in with blush. Now for blush, I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild. This is in the color Nudist Society. I used it one time. I swatched it. I used it one time and I didn't like it. And then I swatched it and I did like the swatch. So maybe the combination that I was using before wasn't a good one. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. And it's got some shimmer in it. It's more like a nudie color. And I'm going to put this right here. Right, like kind of where I put my highlight. I'm not putting it too close to the apples of my cheek because I kind of want a youthful lifting kind of effect. Remember I said that the butter bronzer, the one in Brazilian Glow, wasn't actually a bronzer. It was more of a highlight shade. So that's what I'm gonna use today. Yeah, this is definitely more of a highlight shade. Now I'm going to also take the Wet n Wild highlighter, and this is in the color Golden Flower Crown. And I'm going to put my other lash on now. Now that I have most of my makeup done, the last thing I'm going to do is my lashes and my lips. Alright, I'm going to give that a second. I forgot, I didn't even do anything for my under eye. That powder has a little bit too much fallout. So what I'm actually going to do is take the color Sculpted for the bronzer, and I'm going to use a brush and just smoke out my bottom lash line. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this e.l.f. Retro Paradise. This is the lip liner. I think this is like Nude 03. This is the darkest one. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. I'm going to go in with this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. This is from their chocolate collection, and I'm going with the color Sweet Tooth because it is a nice warm color. So I want to use this one. It's a warm nude. And they are a comfortable matte. So I'm going to take the lip liner and just kind of blend the two. So I'm going to take these two colors. This is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise Strawberry Daiquiri, and then this is the color A Moment. So I'm going to go ahead and take the color A Moment and put it on the outer, and I'm going to take Strawberry Daiquiri on the middle. And these glosses have no scent to them. And the A Moment has more of a shimmer than the other two. Or than the other one. I'm also going to put mascara on my bottom lashes. And now I'm going to go ahead and set my face. And I'm going to use two. So I'm going to use the Milani Matte Make It Last and then the Fruit Fetish one. And then I'm going to do the Fruit Fetish on the outer.